Great rising. Good afternoon. Or good evening. Trezana Staples here. Coming to you in this month of June. And June is National Aphasia Month. We just had National Stroke Month. Now it's National Aphasia Month. Just to bring to the awareness that if you have had a stroke or a life debilitating circumstance, it may be accompanied by aphasia. What is aphasia, you say? Well, aphasia is, in my words, not the definition, just the way I can explain it. Aphasia is a disconnect to the brain and to language. It doesn't affect your intellect, but if you have had a stroke, you may have had been diagnosed with aphasia, such as myself. There are many different types of aphasia. I think there's like 10 different classifications, but mine gets better. When I first had the stroke, you couldn't understand anything I was saying. But if I take my time, if I remain calm, I can get my words out. I have issues when people try to overspeak me. And I can't think fast enough for my mouth to catch up, if that makes sense. I recently did a taping for National Aphasia Month. And the question that was asked of me was, what is the hardest thing I had to overcome from having a stroke diagnosed with aphasia? They expected one answer, but I had at least my top 10, but I only gave one. But there's so many things I have to overcome constantly, every day. But it gets better every day. So never give up. But one of the hardest things was not being understood. I know what I want to say, but sometimes I can't get the words out to say it. So I search for words I can't pronounce, and sometimes it's not quite the right word, and non-stroke survivors have a difficult time understanding me. I've lost a lot of connections, friendships from people not being able to understand. That was one of the hardest, I think, letting go. The other hardest thing is being made valid after you have a stroke. Depending on the severity, you may have not been able to do some of the things that you used to do. And people don't understand that you're not the same person. So the hardest thing with my aphasia is being misunderstood. But guess what? I'm getting better every day. This smoke is making me I'm burning some black charcoal and the wind is blowing. What was I saying? One of the hardest things is to be understood and know that I am still valid. My intellect my intellect is still intact. My written word is much better than my spoken word, but I practice every day, and I spend 85% of my time alone. The other 15% is when I'm in my therapies, my acupuncture. I have connections. The people that are real close to me talk to me every day. Having real loving relationships. And I found those with my Phoenix Rising stroke survivors. And many I had connections since my stroke on Instagram. I got some of the strongest, most beautiful hearted people in my corner who I have never physically seen in person. Those are the pluses. So if you've had a stroke or recently had a stroke, and have been diagnosed with aphasia, know that it does get better every day. Never give up. Read out loud. Sing out loud. Write yourself notes. Color. Meditate. Those things, along with others, will improve your communication skills from aphasia. Is it easy? No, it's not easy. But I guarantee you, if you don't give up, it's worth it. It's worth the work. Because you have nothing to prove to nobody except yourself. And you have to know that a stroke is not the worst thing that can happen, but it's the strongest thing that can happen. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And till next time, peace, love, and light. My name is Trezana Staples. I've had a stroke. I am a stroke survivor. I am a Phoenix Rising.